Alrighty, Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is take two. Hopefully, nothing bad goes wrong. If there's an issue with my audio, please let me know. Nevertheless, hi, Cancer. Thank you so much for coming in to watch your January 2026 live stream tarot reading with myself, Yvonne the Mermaid Oracle. We are going to be using the black and white Rider-Waite tarot deck with myself. So I hope you guys enjoy the images and the messages just as much as I hope I will. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the audio. If you hear any issues with the audio, please let me know. Alrighty, let's see. Universe, what do we have for the sign of Cancer for the month of January 2026? Universe, what do we have for the sign of Cancer for January 2026? Universe, what predictions do we have for Cancer for January 2026? Let's see. Cancer. So it seems like there was a past betrayal, and the cards want to talk a little bit about that. A past betrayal or a past situation where there was some form of betrayal or deception here. Yeah, there was a betrayal. And for some of you, you guys still either stayed in contact with this person or you guys still stayed in a relationship with this person. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right. So in the bottom of the deck as the overall theme, this is talking to us with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is talking to me about a sense of entitlement. We are now dealing with a person here, somebody who isn't fair. We're now dealing with somebody who isn't reciprocating, someone who isn't putting their part in this relationship, in this situation, in this dynamic, Cancer. But you're trying your best to do your part. You're doing your best to play your part. But we are faced with a relationship where we're dealing with someone here who isn't. We're dealing with someone here who isn't putting their part, someone who isn't putting that effort, the same effort that you are. Or maybe this is a past scenario, since we do have the 10 of Swords in the past and passing. Maybe this is about a past person with whom we see a betrayal with. So let me see. Is this about a past person? Do we see, is this Six of Pentacles about a past person? This is about someone who you guys are still in contact with. So maybe for a lot of you, there was a betrayal. There was some backstabbing involved. Maybe there was some blackmail in this relationship, in this dynamic. But for some reason, we still stayed in contact with this person. We are still involved with this person. So interesting. The cards are talking to me about how there is no reciprocation. There is no 50 here. No 50-50 here. No equal reciprocation here. But it seems like we're trying our best to either put our financial... So the feeling that I'm getting is co-parenting for some of you. So if this is a co-parenting situation, Cancer, this is a thing where you're trying your best to put your part financially, but for some reason, either that's not enough, or for some reason, the other person is not putting their part. And it seems like in the past there were betrayals. There was deception, there was blackmail involved, but for some reason, we are still involved with this person. And it seems like this was also someone here still was a child. So if you are co-parenting with somebody, maybe the person with whom you had kids with was still somebody who was still growing up. This was somebody who was still getting their shit together. Maybe this was someone who was still in school. Maybe this was somebody who was still trying to figure things out when it comes to career. But in general, I do feel like this was someone also who was growing up, was maturing. So, but there was also betrayal. And somehow we're still involved with this person. So for a lot of you, you had to be because you have a child with this person. But the thing is that if you thought you knew the whole truth and nothing but the truth, guess what? More stuff is going to come out to the surface, Cancer. So, yeah, it seems like we're dealing with a situation, a dynamic where it isn't reciprocal. A dynamic where you are involved with somebody who is still growing up. You are involved with somebody who's still maturing. You're involved with somebody who maybe in the past, whenever you were involved with them, they betrayed you. There were secrets that you're probably going to find out about in January, Cancer. But this person was still growing up. This person was still learning. This person was still maturing. And for some reason, the cards kind of just want me to remind you of that because it seems like you're going to find out more things. And you're going to find out, even though this is someone from your past, and I did say this in the live stream earlier, and I think I mentioned this earlier in this live stream as well, that this is going to be talking to you about somebody from your past. But, this is going to help you finally move on and to look forward to the future, Cancer. This is going to finally help you look to the future. We can finally see, or we can finally focus on the things that matter. Because this was not going to go anywhere. Now, for those who were hoping for this to go anywhere, it's not. And I think we're finally going to come to that conclusion. We're finally going to accept that reality in January 2026. Because, Cancer, it seems like a lot of us still was hoping a little bit for a second chance. Some of us here were still kind of hoping for a second chance here. The thing is that this person isn't even a nice person. Cancer, this person isn't even a nice person. I feel like this person is a complete asshole. I feel like not only was this person just young and immature and betrayed you in the past or blackmailed you, but for some reason, I feel like this person isn't even a nice person at all. And hopes, fears, and or advice with the Hermit in reverse, you're still hoping for contact. You're still hoping for this person to reach out to you. But I feel like you're going to finally let this go. You're finally going to let this rest. You're finally going to let this idea go. Okay? So all in all, what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, before I head over to doing the $5 readings, if there's anybody here who wants a $5 reading, what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, all in all, is that this is regarding a dynamic, a relationship from the past, someone who was still growing, someone who was still maturing, and someone who I feel betrayed you, someone who I feel hurt you. And although I do feel like this person has grown, I still feel like at least one thing that hasn't changed from this person is that they're still an asshole. They're still not a nice person. So not only were they just mature, they were immature before and they betrayed you, but they were an asshole. Okay. And although it seems like they've taken some accountability now and they've matured, they're still not a nice person. They're still not a nice person. And from what the cards are telling me, we're finally going to be able to let it rest now. We're finally going to be able to allow ourselves to be more future minded. Okay. And we're going to finally let this rest. Okay, so thank you so much, Cancer, for watching this live stream. Hopefully, you guys were able to hear this one this time. Nevertheless, if you guys are interested in a private tarot reading with me, go to my website at mermaidoracle.com right here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Let me double check if there's anybody who submitted any payments here. No, it doesn't seem like it. Alrighty, well, I will see you guys in the next live stream. Bye.